Often I get asked, why arcade cabinets? What made you decide to build arcade cabinets? When I was younger, I was growing up, I lived in a rough neighborhood. One side of the neighborhood didn't care for the other side of the neighborhood. They were rival gangs. And so, just was what it was. On every corner, there was an arcade. It was corner stores, arcades. Restaurants, arcades. One day, I decided to go into the corner store, and I was playing Street Fighter. One of the drug dealers in there, he said, I'll never forget it. He said, hey, I'm about to get ready and go, but first let me get Shorty up off the stick. So he came and played me, and I beat him. He came and played me again, beat him again. His friends clowned him a little bit. He looked at me funny. He was just like, wow, okay. And so that was the end of it. Later on, I go to the other side of the neighborhood because I just want to play video games. And I go into the other side of the neighborhood, and almost a very similar situation, almost the same. They were very identical. One guy said, I'm going to get Shorty up off the stick. So he played me. And of course, he lost. Played me several times. Lost. And so eventually, whenever I would come in the arcades, they would begin to bet on me. They would say, hey, I bet you can't get Shorty up off the stick. And they would bet money with each other if who can beat me and who can get me up off the arcade stick. And so eventually that became a running theme, and I didn't even need money anymore to walk into the arcade. They would already have the quarters ready for me. I got you, Shorty, don't worry about it. And so eventually, because they were rival gangs, they were one that side of the neighborhood didn't like the other, they would go to war. And so I would try to come into the arcades, either side, and they would say, nah, Shorty, you can't come in here today. Go home. And to this day, I'm standing here, I'm able to tell this story because they were willing to kill each other, and they went to jail or whatever. But they wasn't willing to let me be involved in that, all simply because I was good at an arcade game. And so arcades saved my life. I feel that, if it did it for me, it could do it for somebody else. So this is why arcade cabinets. This is why I build them. This is why this is my life. That's why I made it my life.